5 Nigerian ETFs that can make you rich. What if I told that there is another way you can buy perfect stocks in Nigeria without stress to become a millionaire with minimal risk? You could invest in multiple $1 million company at once. In this video, I'm going to show you another investment opportunities that can help you to build wealth in Nigeria. And this investment opportunity I'm talking about is called the ETF. ETF simply means exchange traded funds. Simply look at it in this way. An ETF allows you to buy shares in many companies at once with just one stock. An ETF is a basket of investment with different assets in it. Before I go ahead, I want to say that this video is for educational purpose, not a financial advice. I will advise that you seek the advice of your financial advisor before you take any steps in buying any stock. Hi, my name is Betty. I'm your financial friend, and on this channel, we share strategic business ideas, break down investment and financial freedom in the simplest way. Let's dive in. Let's picture it like this. When you buy a stock, you are buying a tiny piece of that company. By this, you make money in two ways. One, when the share price increases. For instance, you buy a particular share for 100 naira and the price appreciates to 150 naira. That means you have made a 50 naira gain. Number two is dividends. When the company decides to share part of their profit to the shareholders, you can buy a whole basket of shares in one stock, and this is called ETF. Picture it this way. A stock is just like buying one fruit, be it apple, pineapple, or even grapes. But an ETF is just like a bowl of different fruits, which is called fruit salad. In that particular bowl, you can have different fruits like apple, oranges, mango, pineapple, and so on. If you buy one fruit and it goes bad, you don't get to eat that particular fruit. But if a particular fruit in a bowl of fruit salad goes bad, you can easily take it out and eat the remaining fruit to balance up. And that is exactly how ETFs works. When it comes to ETFs, instead of buying one stock like Dangote Cement, you get to buy a bit of Dangote Cement, a bit of MTN shares, a bit of Boa Food shares, and a bit of Seplat shares in one stock in the Nigerian stock market. Now the question in your mind would be, how do I get rich with ETFs? And ETFs can make you rich because you're investing in one stock but with different assets and holding them for a long time. If you know the companies a particular ETF is tracking, then you go for it and invest in such ETFs. ETFs is good for young investors or even a beginner. The next question is, why ETF? We have different kinds of people with different kinds of fears when it comes to stock. Some are afraid of losing money, but ETFs make it easy by removing that emotional stress. If one of the companies that particular ETF is tracking do not do well, you can balance up with the profits from the other companies under that ETF. Two, some people don't have the time or even the knowledge to know which particular stock to buy. ETFs makes that easy because you don't have to start analyzing stocks one by one. Let's get down to see some of Nigerians ETFs that you can buy for long term. The first on my list is Vetiva S&P Nigerian Sovereign Bond ETF. This ETF trades different federal government bonds. When you buy this ETF, you have just invested in a basket of federal government bonds with different maturity dates. This is perfect for investors who are looking for steady returns with lower risk. Government bonds are considered to be one of the strongest investments in Nigeria. That is why many investors like to invest in federal government bonds, because federal government cannot run away with your money. To get to invest with Vetiva S&P Nigerian Sovereign Bonds ETF, you have to go down to their website and get started. The second on my list is Stanbic IBTC ETF 30. This ETF tracks 30 strong companies in Nigeria listed in the Nigerian Stock Exchange. When you buy this ETF, you are owning bank, cement giants, telecom giants, all in one basket. If any of these companies are doing well, the ETF is also doing well. Let's move on to the third on my list, which is Vetiva Consumer Goods. These ETFs tracks companies that produces things that people buy regularly, by companies that produces drinks, foods, and other household consumables. When you buy Vetiva Consumer Goods, you are investing in Nigeria's biggest consumer companies. The best thing about this ETF is that even when the economy is down, people still eat, people still drink. If you're looking for long-term growth and exposure to Nigerian brands, Vetiva Consumer Goods is what you should be looking for. This ETF is good to buy in 2026 because it did over 40%. And the fourth on my list is Meristem Growth ETF. Meristem ETFs track growth companies. These are companies that are expected to grow faster over time. Instead of you looking for one growth company, these ETFs will spread your money over growth-focused companies. This ETF is good for investors who are looking for a long-term performance market. The last but not the least, which is number 5, is Lotus Halal Equity ETF. This ETF is good for investors who are looking for Sharia compliant investment. This ETF does not include businesses that has to do with alcohol, gambling, or conventional banking. This ETF only deals with companies that meet Islamic injunctions. Having said all this, how do you get started? Number 1 step is that you open a brokerage account with a licensed stockbroker. There are a lot of apps that you can start with, such as Bamboo, AfriInvest 2.0, Stanbic IBTC, and so on. Step 2, create your account and get your CSCS number. CSCS means Central Security Clearing System. This is like your bank account that stores your ETF in a digital space. After that, you get your CHN. Your CHN means your clearing house number. The CHN is just like your BVN. Your CHN is linked to your CSCS. Once you have your CSCS and your CHN, the next step is to fund your account. The third step is, after funding your account, look for the particular ETFs that you're interested in and buy. Under IBTC stockbrokers, you can find almost all these ETFs I've mentioned above. For Vetiva, you can access them through their website on Google. ETFs trade just like stock on the Nigerian stock market, and they also pay dividend. ETFs are simple tools to get rich in 2026 once you understand them. Let me know if you already know about ETF or you are currently investing in any of the ETFs. If you have any questions on ETFs, feel free to ask me in the comment section. Like this video, subscribe, and share it to someone you think needs to know about ETF. And remember, your financial wealth starts with the little decisions you make today. See you in my next video.